Good time zones, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the beautiful Daytona International Speedway for the Racer Elite Xfinity Fun Race. We're looking to go 120 laps around this beautiful circuit, and that means 120 laps of action side by side racing. You guys just witnessed it all happen in the real world. Now we are turning back and we're going to start our very own right here. So we're going to do that all right here, you guys. I am Mike Taylor up here in the booth along with my good buddy, my good pal, Dakota LaRue. He's also your master of chaos. Without him, this stream would be, well, just me. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we do have our first cars out on track. Let's go catch up with a couple of these drivers that are down on track. Starting off here with Blake Viken in that number 51 machine. Blake Viken, he is always wicked fast no matter where we go. And so he's always going to be one of the guys that we watch throughout this entire race. On track, we also have David Stoops, driver of that number 85 machine. He's been pretty fast here as of late as well. Let's see who else is here. Frank Chavez. He's still looking to get his first top 10, I believe, here on a restrictor plate with Racer Elite. So look for Frank Chavez to do something happening. Richie Joplin, happy birthday once again, brother. Richie Joplin in that number 89 machine. Always strong. Mikey Allen in that number 67 is out here on track as well in that JS Lumber machine. Ryan Warp in that number 45 sponsored machine. He's looking to kick some serious butt here. Let me... So I don't know about you guys, but the cars kind of look a little funky on my screen. Maybe it's just me, but I'm going to see what I can do here just to make it look a little bit better. Alrighty, so that does look a little bit better right there. Let me go ahead and do one other thing. Alrighty, now we're back going again here once again. Christopher Allen, he's back out here on track. He's going to try to make his run here. Let me go ahead and make a couple adjustments once again here. This is going to make it look just a little bit more nicer. Alrighty, that looks a lot better right there. Now it doesn't look all smushed on my end. Shouldn't look smushed over there on yours either. But Christopher Allen, he's out here turning some laps.
Sorry about that. I'm taking care of this kitten at the moment, so.
Yeah, not a problem, not a problem. Well, while he's taking care of a little tiny kitten that him and his wife just got. Happy Valentine's to everybody out there. We do appreciate and we love every single one of you guys who join us. And we look forward to giving you guys one heck of a show. Joe Bonner in that number 53. He jumped to the top of this charts here with a 50.811, it looks like.
Yeah, almost tying Steve Sizemore there for that pole position. And a lot of really close times throughout the field. I mean, the 75, the 89, the 55, the 01, all like right there within a couple hundreds of each other. Thousands, I mean.
Yeah, definitely. Adam Squires, he's back out here joining us after a long time no see. So good to see Adam Squires back out with us. Maybe it's just us. Maybe we haven't seen him.
I don't think I've seen him in any of the series I've been doing here in a little while anyways.
Yeah, for sure. So he's going to come around and drop down a lap here. And so far, 21st fastest. He's still got one more lap here. He can definitely make up. coming down the back straightaway. You know, we've got a lot of really good, fun names out here with us today as we're leading up into tomorrow, which is going to be the season opener for our Sunday series. Let me.
Yeah, as we should be coming for our annual Daytona race in the next gen car. Starting around, I believe, 10 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah, something right about that time, yeah.
Oh, somebody just blew up a car.
That would be Adam Squire. Let's see who else is out here on track. Well, so far nobody else is on track, so we're going to just take a look here on the outside of Daytona International Speedway across nice looking view right here. Hopefully our fire trucks and all these ambulances will not be needed here today, but we'll see what happens.
So, you know, iRacing's pretty comparable to the real thing. That's why a lot of professional drivers, tend to use iRacing as a way to practice and all. But looking at qualifying times here, even with an open set, for instance, we cannot hit nowhere near the times that they can. I believe pole for the Daytona 500 was a 49.8.
Yep.
And most people are hitting about a 50.0, 50.1. That just goes like something they got set up on them cars, just making them slightly faster.
Oh, definitely. As you guys take a look here at your screen tomorrow at 10:30 a.m., we'll be taking the green flag for 160 laps. It was supposed to be the full 200 laps, but due to NASCAR pulling back the start time from 2:30 back to 1:30 Eastern, we went ahead and cut it back by 100 miles. So these guys will go 400 miles tomorrow. We'll try to get on a little bit earlier than that and come in and try to get some top off on some interviews and everything, and possibly start having a great time this upcoming season for the Sunday night, or I'm sorry, the Sunday morning next gen series here on Racers Elite Network. Yeah, we're looking for a good old time, and we're looking forward to having you guys all join us for the whole entire season. Again, we are starting green flag just about 10:30 a.m. Eastern. Can't wait to see everybody there. And it will also be provided by America Tees. Make sure you guys go check them out, americatees.com. And that's going to do it right here for us for qualifying, ladies and gentlemen. That means it's time to get ready to do our starting lineup for today's race. Let me go ahead and bring up your starting grid, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, let me get rid of this. Kaboom. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, your starting grid on row number 1, Joe Bonner and Steve Sizemore to his outside. Row number 2, you have Aaron Roth and Kylan Wilson. He will be onto his outside. Mikey Allen and Austin Sale in that number 300 Budweiser machine will start to his outside. Row number 4, Ron Hollifield will be on the inside, and Christopher Allen in that 111 machine will be to his outside. Cody Benelli and Frank Chavez will make up row number 5. Row number 6, you've got Stoney Benfield and Richie Joplin to his outside. Truth Hoke and Jeremy Root will make up row number 7. Row number 8, Ryan Warp and Chris Gotzel in that 707 machine. Row number 9, Kirby Wainscott and Patrick Millett. Millett looks like he's in a new paint schemed race car tonight. Tonight. Adam Squires and Pete Pellini will make up row number 10. Row number 11, Barry Nelson and Blake Veekin. Blake Veekin actually starting way back in the field here today. Have a lot of work to do. David Stoops and Kevin Haas will make up row number 12. Row number 13, you got Stephen Luttrell and Brandon Puffenbarger. Row number 14, Andrew Teff, Troy Thomas. To his outside will make up row 14. Row number 15, you got Sean Burke and Dana Ryan. Mike Fudge and Jonathan Stidham will make up row number 16. Row number 17, Timothy Eisburn and Terry Fennell. Row number 18, Andrew Moore and Robert Morris. Row number 19, Alex Gates and Blake Cannon. And that will be our starting lineup here. It does look like we have a couple people who did not make it down onto the track at the moment, and that includes looks like Alex Gates, Sean Burke, Andrew Moore. A couple people not out on track at the moment. Not sure what's happening there, but it's either that or they elected to start from the pits. All right, Dakota, we are getting ready for 120 laps here at Daytona. I don't know about you, buddy, but I'm super excited.
Yeah, especially with this, the past few free races we've been a part of has been action-packed, and I'm expecting nothing less for this race today as well.
Yeah, these guys, as of late, have really been putting on one heck of a show on the high banks of not only here at Daytona, but over at Talladega iRacing Super Speedway, and over at Atlanta as well. So we're excited to get this thing underway. We're excited to see what these guys can do. We've got 38 cars on tap, and we are getting ready to go green flag racing here at Daytona. The pace truck is off. It is now in the hands of Joe Bonner, Steve Sizemore, as we are green flag for the first time today here at Daytona, as these drivers are going to start getting these cars wound up, shifting through the gears, and here they come down the short chute, heading up here into turn number 1, climbing up into the high banks for the very first time, still side by side. That outside lane still holding pretty strong, something that we haven't really seen as of late. So this is actually something pretty nice to see for once, as that outside lane is doing a phenomenal job keeping up.
Yeah, the past few Super Speedway races, the original flag, we get a pretty good restart. But once we get down there to where the leader gets to decide when to go, is when we start to have a little bit more struggling issues. I'm hoping to see a lot better reactions, though, today. But a lot of wiggling going on, especially in that outside lane.
Yeah, definitely. As we have the one car, I believe that's Dana Ryan. Dana Ryan just leaving the pits now. Going one lap down already early on. As these drivers are currently running double wide, about that third position on back, it's Mikey Allen and Steve Sizemore at the moment, as they climb up here into the bakings of turn number 3. Really good, clean racing so far. Everybody's leaving a lot of room, and this is something that these guys are really, really good at, early on. You're going to see these guys not push so hard, and that's just going to make an absolute phenomenal race just for us right here on Racers Elite Network.
Yeah, one thing with these Xfinity cars, you got to be really careful with your pushes in these things. Since we've been getting some notes on people wanting to learn how to drive the track and such, you got to be very careful about how hard you push and where you push from the back. It's very easy to get the car all out of sorts. As you watched the Daytona race earlier, we've seen a couple instances where people, potentially getting loose due to some bad pushes or just taking the air off the rear of the car.
Exactly, and it is just so quick and easy to do no matter what car you drive here at Daytona. And, as long as these guys, mind their P's and Q's, I think everybody's going to do just fine here today. As we ride on board here with Cody Benelli in that number 19 machine.
I guess I need to go load more cars onto the track, and ICK is not picking up every car. Ouch.
Here we go, riding on board with the Cash App driver of Kylan Wilson. As he's hanging out just about that fourth position at the moment, fifth, as he's duking it out right now with Mikey Allen, who's that 67 on the inside. Kylan Wilson, he races for Silicon Services. Oh, good little bump there to Steve Sizemore directly. Oh, trouble in the back. Got back here just in time, ladies and gentlemen, but we got trouble here in the back. Huge damage for that number 21 of Robert Morris. As you see, his bumper is barely holding on. Let's take a look, see who else is involved here. I see Kevin Haas is involved. Timothy Eisburn, he had to go off track to avoid Blake Viken. Terry Fennell. Mike Fudge. Let's go back here and take a look, see what happened to some of these drivers. Alright, so it looks like Viken might have been the first one to show he went off track. Let's take a look here. Yeah, so it looks like everybody in front checked up, and the two of Mike Fudge just was not able to get checked up in time, and that brought Blake Viken down in front of the entire back end of the field. And that is all she wrote here. Big contact to that outside lane. That 50 of Terry Fennell's back here as well. Oh, another hard hit from that 35 machine of Adam Squires. So here's Mike Fudge sitting back here as well. Kevin Haas involved. Definitely a hard impact there, and not much you can do for some of these drivers. Let's... Oh, that's what I was looking for, actually. Make sure I hit the right one here. So let's go back right on board here with Kevin Haas. He almost had it woed down. Let's go on board here with Terry Fennell. Just, again, another innocent bystander here. Let's see. Mike Fudge, he was involved here as well. Let's take a look. Oh, it looks like Timothy Eisburn, he barely made it through. Let's go back to, Timothy Eisburn. So he sees it all happening in front of him, and he's just backing it down, and he definitely did the right thing by going in the grass there. And that Shaco LLC machine.
Just a little update for y'all at home. The kitten I found outside is mildly attacking me at the moment. Not trying to hurt me, but it's very playful and very mean.
Well, that's a kid for you.
Yeah.
Can you do me a favor? Can you check out YouTube for me? See if there's any stuttering going on.
Yes, sir. Give me one moment here. Looks all good on my end here at the moment.
Beautiful.
I see you did a few tips and tricks I learned here recently with some of the uh, quality.
Yeah, I'm just trying to work a couple things out, on my end, make sure I can get them to actually work. But as of right now, they're looking mighty fine, if you ask me.
Yeah, I just learned about Vivid, if you know what I'm talking about, here recently, and honestly, it does make it look quite nice. Honestly.
Vivid, I don't know what you mean by that.
Oh, wow. I'll if you don't, I'll show you after this is done.
What's Vivid?
It's the
Talk to
thing
me.
with the camera where you can kind of make it changes the contrast of the sunlight in cars a little bit.
I'm assuming that's in the options of iRacing.
No, it's under the camera thing, but you have to enable something to allow it to work and all this other stuff. So I'll have to. It's in the replay function actually. Wherever you go to clip, but
Oh,
let's take a look here for a minute. We got, I believe, Charlie in here saying go Steve. We got let's go LNG Power Sports. Let's go Ryan Wart. Blake Viken lock in. We need the poll.
oh wait, hold
We
on.
got Charles Joplin asking how's it going. And we got a couple people in here. I believe Sunshine saying happy Valentine's Day to everybody. We appreciate you. Happy Valentine's Day to you as well. And
Isn't
let's
that
go Ryan Wharton, Jeremy Root. Hmm?
and that's under the replay thing, right?
Yeah, the replay spool where you go to clip stuff like you're sending it in.
Right. I think you actually have to enable something. Yeah, enable. No, wait. I don't know, but pace car's getting ready to come off. We'll come back and we'll take a look at it. But let's go back green flag racing here, ladies and gentlemen. Joe Bonner, Aaron Roth will bring the field back to the green flag here at Daytona, and we are green flag racing once again. Aaron
And
Roth.
Bonner out to incredible jump there. It's going to allow Aaron Roth
Oh,
to drop down to the inside.
we have trouble back here in the back. Watch out, everybody. Barry Nelson is involved in this one. Kevin Haas, Mike Fudd. Oh, wait. Wrong set of people. But we've got a decent amount of people back here involved. Stop it.
I believe someone got pushed down into the pits as well. But keeping on with the battle up here while you're trying to get that sorted out. Looks like the 83 of Wilson going to be trying to lead the Charger and let outside Linus are coming into 3 and 4 this time. He's going to have the help of the 19 of Benelli at the moment. But Austin's still trying to get clear of them on the inside, potentially looking to get up there. We know how he is. He likes to shake things up and make moves, so it would be no surprise if he jumps to the outside.
Yep. Yeah, so it looks like a couple cars just got a little bit jacked up there in the back, and that caused 7 cars to get into a lot of issues. But let's go ahead and jump back live here with your front of the field.
Oh, here comes a little bit of a surge from the outside lane as they did kind of fall off there. 300 thinking about going up, decided not to. As you know, the outside lane, you really have to be able to get your stuff together and work together good to make that lane work. As at the inside, you kind of just chill and relax and not worry as much.
Yeah, absolutely. And as we take a look here at Kylan, he's working well on that outside with Cody Benelli right behind him. You know, this is the first time me seeing Kylan here in Racers Elite, so this kid, he seems like he's doing pretty good so far, working that outside lane here. as they work out of turn number 2, and they are now contesting for the race lead on the outside.
Yeah, but you got to think he's also got the help of a veteran like Cody Benelli here on that outside lane, and they're definitely working very well together here. I also got Kirby Wainscott, third car in line. Whoa, Truth Hope getting up into the wall.
Yep, there he goes, back up into the wall once again. He's going to fall all the way back right now, back to that 16th, and he tried to get down into the bottom, but Richie Joplin was down there. Now, if he wants to get down, he's more than welcome to, as they will go ahead and climb back up here into turn number 1.
Yeah, I think the 55, after he hit that wall the first time, had a little bit of wheel damage and it's making it hard for him to keep it up out off the bottom for a moment. But it looks like everyone was able to keep it straight and sorted, so we're going to keep green flag racing as we're working lap 13 of 120. Still a long ways to go. Looks like the 67 of Allen's having a little bit of issue there. Able to save it there, so they did let him back up in line, but that does leave a big gap. The 10 is going to be able to drop down here on the inside lane. That's only going to leave Cody Benelli and Wilson up here on the top.
Yeah, but don't look now. But here comes the others on that outside lane. They're really getting a good run going on the outside lane. This is actually something I haven't seen all week long here on iRacing, is an outside lane really forming and doing very well. So it's good to see this outside lane currently being able to push their way forward. Still doing a phenomenal job keeping these cars single or double wide, as they leave enough room, in between these cars that, you can sneak a third car down in the middle. But as of right now, everybody is content running too wide. And it looks like Kylan, he's looking to take over his first lap here at Daytona. But he's not going to be able to do it this lap. Maybe he can get it done this upcoming lap. But when you've got a veteran like Joe Bonner in that 53 out front leading, he definitely knows how to keep that cars behind him. Keep them all in check. But right now, he's doing a phenomenal job on that inside lane.
And speaking of veterans, I mean, don't look now, but Alex Gates up 32 positions currently in that 5th place spot in that 77 machine, working his way up through the field.
Yeah, Alex Gates
absolutely
is
phenomenal driving out of him tonight.
Yeah, Alex Gates, he was one of our contenders. I believe it was in the Wednesday night series for the championship. But he's fast. And once again, he's flexing his muscles here at Daytona. He's all the way up into that 5th spot after starting in 37th. So almost practically dead last, as Andrew Moore is not on track. So he pretty much started dead last, and he's made his way all the way up here to the front already. So really great run out of Alex Gates so far.
Whoa, we had a big wiggle out of the 300 on the inside line. Not quite sure what happened there. A big checkup. Sorry to interrupt you there, but everyone still going straight. Looked like 27 tried to go to the inside of Cobanelli on that outside lane as well.
Yeah, definitely still a lot of really good. There we go, side by side racing going on as we look from the back end of Alex Gates. And now we're going to jump down here to Steve Sizemore. These guys are doing a phenomenal job so far. Definitely giving each other a lot of space here.
And I mean, not necessarily being too aggressive or anything yet, but still putting on quite a bit of a show here. As we're only on lap 17, we're seeing a lot of movement throughout the field. And I mean, obviously people are making up spots here.
Yeah, definitely, as they come flying here out of turn number 4 back into the trioval. Beautiful. Taking a look at that number 08C Sizemore. Got a nice, pretty little paint scheme right there. Again, I believe that's a new paint scheme for Sizemore. I don't recall seeing that on his card last time out.
Trying to think. I feel like he had it on there a couple days ago when I did a broadcast, but I'm not 100% sure. Or a paint scheme kind of like it.
Gotcha.
But it is a fairly new paint scheme, I would say, yeah. A lot of the guys with the new season starting are, coming and changing their paint schemes a little bit, which is, kind of nice to see. No offense, after you run the same paint scheme for so many races, it is nice to see a little bit of a fresh start here.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And we've got a brand new season coming up again, starting tomorrow, right here on Racers Elite Network with our Sunday Cup series that's going to run between 100% all the way down to, I believe it was 50% races all season long. And then starting Tuesday, we'll start off with our Tuesday Truck series to our Wednesday, well, it's not Xfinity.
I don't know what you got at that, but maybe you're bottlenecking it and it's causing it to crash.
Maybe.
Because I ran 2500 with all my graphics maxed the other day, and I don't have the best PC, and it didn't struggle a bit.
So you said 25?
Yeah, 2500.
Yep.
Yeah, try that, see if that helps you. It also improved the quality too.
So 25,000. Okay.
2500, not 25,000. And then there's a thing in there, it's like an encoder. It'll say like quality, it'll be fastest, or you can do slow for better quality. Put it at like slow, but not slowest.
Right. I have that. Yeah, I got slower. Wait, so you said your video? What's your bit rate at?
2,500.
That is slow.
Yeah, but it keeps me from lagging. And the quality does not really look that much difference, in my opinion.
Okay, I updated it. You're gonna have to tell me how it looks.
Okay. Let me know when you go back.
Yeah, we're good. We've been live.
Okay, because it's still loading on my phone, so I was asking. Let me refresh it here.
I know it looks pretty bad on my end.
It's a tick blurry, but you know what, bud? We'll get it sorted after you get done. I'll run you through the settings I got. But while we are working on that, Cody Vanelli getting shuffled to the third lane there. That's going to cause him to drop back quite a bit unless he can drop down from this 77 machine here. And it looks like 77 is going to close the door and not allow him to get down. He's going to have to try to see if he can get in front of True Token at 55 machine. I think he would be able to do so this time. But that did hurt the momentum of the outside lane quite a bit as they fell back. But they're resurging back here on the front stretch. Looks like the 57 getting a little loose. I believe that's Aaron Roth sitting out the apron.
Yeah, absolutely. As these drivers are now coming through turns, I believe this is 1 and 2. Yep, down to the back straightaway now. That outside lane is staying pretty strong, and now they will actually surge ahead. And Kylan Wilson, he will take over as your race lead, but here comes that inside of Joe Bonner and Aaron Roth. And just like that, they fall back and take over the race lead. Really good, incredible racing that we are seeing so far here today. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Joe Bonner in that number 53 machine. He is now running in that third spot right behind Blake Cannon in that number 27 machine. But here comes Kylan Wilson making his way back to the race lead. You know, he gets clear of that bottom lane, but he doesn't drop down. So that's definitely a very interesting strategy there. You know, as he knows that inside lane is definitely a little quicker, but he's sticking to his guns and staying right in front of oh man, who is that? The number 08 of Steve Sizemore. So they're definitely doing a really good job here on the outside lane. And they also got that 77 of Alex Gates now. He's now, now he's second in line there. As they're going to start making their way up back to side by side with your race leader, heading down into turn number 3. At this rate, Dakota, it looks like everybody is doing a phenomenal job minding their P's and Q's. And they're not really pushing very hard here.
Yeah, taking a look at the chat here, we got Andrew R. Moore saying wife came home late and missed the start. Good luck, boys. We got Bears in here saying that can't say that. Yeah, we're not going to repeat that one. Never mind. I about said it, and now I realize what they said, so better not. That might be worthy of a ban. I don't know if that's possible. But look at that Cash App number 83 machine trying to work his way back up through the field here. As it looks like we're going to have one hop up in front of him. I believe it's the third place of Sizemore trying to get to the lead on the outside.
Yeah. You keep walking us through here.
Yeah. As we still got a little bit side-by-side action coming down the backstretch here. It looks like Steve Sizemore is going to get a little bit of a momentum advantage. Try to drop down, and unfortunately was not clear. Now going to get shuffled out to the middle as the 83 is going to be taken back up in the lead on the outside. Is anyone going to be nice to let him in here as there's 3 wide, about 3 cars back here? Steve Sizemore using every bit of side draft he can. Came up and got into, I believe, the 83 of Wilson there. As we're coming down the front stretch, still 3 wide. Steve Sizemore making that middle lane look very manageable here as he's holding on very strong. It looks like 77 is going to drop down on Alex Gates and give him a good push. So this is going to make the 83 drop to the third in line on the outside. And Steve Sizemore to be put in the middle and not fall back there did an amazing job, but that did check up the outside lane quite a bit. So they're going to have to get reformed and get their hustle on here, as we are currently getting ready to start at 30 of 120. Plenty of time for people to make up spots here, but we're seeing some interesting moves out of a couple of these drivers.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, I deeply apologize for what you guys just saw in chat. I went ahead and took care of that issue.
Yeah, here at Racers Elite, we try to keep it family friendly, and I do not consider that family friendly, so.
Yeah. What in the world is going on?
As we got a Let's Go Mikey Allen from Toasted, Jag Mod YouTube. I'm not sure what that is, but appreciate you as well.
Alright. Hey, Toasted, how you doing? Hope you're having a beautiful Valentine's Day. Well, and happy Valentine's Day to you. But man,
spam bots in full force today, huh?
Yeah, seems like that. But I'm going to see. I'm just not sure about this one.
Yeah, me neither. But we're just gonna leave it be for right now.
Here, we'll just do this just in case. Alrighty, you guys. If you guys are just now tuning in, we have been side by side for a majority of this race. What in the world?
And happy Valentine's to you as well, Toasted. Appreciate you. And yeah, we've been side by side for most of this race here as Alex Gate has finally took over the lead on the outside lane. Looks like Steve Sizemore finally getting to the point on the inside. But now we get to see if that 83 machine is able to push Gates over to the lead as the 26 jumps to the outside on the backstretch here. Believe that is Blake Cannon who's going to be taking over the lead with a wonderful push coming from Alex Gates here. And we're going to have to see if Alex Gates is able to clear the 08 as well. He thought about it, but was not able to get down the time. And unfortunately for Alex Gates, he's probably going to be stuck on that outside for a little bit. Oh, big push coming from the 83. Gets Alex Gate loose, and it's an absolute parking lot coming to the front stretch.
Oh, hard contacts for quite a few of these drivers. As all just pure, as pure chaos just ensues here on the front straightaway. Okay. You guys, I don't know.
We apologize for what's going on in the chat, guys, as we apparently are getting raided by spam bots at the moment. So give us a moment to try to get this took care of. And while we are doing that, let's try to do a little bit of a review of that last caution here. If I can find...
My good friggin' lord. Alright.
Hey,
I'm gonna step
give
away.
me one moment.
I'm gonna step away from my mod duties. And let's go and
I'll be right back.
Alright, we're gonna come back here and see what happened. As we are gonna ride on board here. Oh, with Mike Fudge. Mike Fudge absolutely nowhere to go. And this might be better here to see from our blip cam. Just look at all that chaos ensue. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 cars maybe involved in this one. As we still see, you know, the pure chaos still happening here on the front straightaway.
Alright, I went and talked to the owner. Just ban him. If it continues, just mute the chat.
Sounds like a plan to me. Alright. As you see, just the pure chaos happening here. A lot of these drivers have absolutely nowhere to go. Let's take a look here. A little bit closer here to the action on the track. Oof. A lot of good drivers definitely taken out here in this one. I really don't want to have to do that.
Yeah, unfortunately, but if it does keep happening, I mean...
It's gonna make me do it. Alright, guys, I'm so super sorry. I'm gonna have to mute chat, guys. I'm so sorry.
Sorry for any inconvenience to anyone as we or trying to get this issue taken care of. I want to keep it as family friendly as possible. So probably the best choice here. As you know, could have children or even families watching someone trying to race today, and we don't want it ruined by any of these comments here.
Yeah, for sure.
But looks like a couple people staying out from the staying out, not pitting here. Kind of bold strategy is for pretty good, ways into a run here. You think they come top off on fuel?
I mean, it's definitely very possible that they will. I understand I'm still in my